Hey Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your February 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, wow, look at this combination. You have some past energy here of forgiveness and learning how to express yourself in ways that may have been very difficult or challenging in the past. Oh, wow. I'm loving this for you. Aquarius, happy birthday. A lot of you have a birthday wish coming true for you this month. But what I'm getting here right away is you've had to work on yourself first. Even if you are in a situation, how would you like? Okay, both of these. You have a lot coming in, a lot of incoming energy. Look at that. There's more than one card coming out in some of these positions, which is typically unusual. Final outcome. Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's dive in here. Aquarius, we do have some past energy here showing up around forgiving and learning. Okay, you may have gone through a cycle with someone. You may have gone through teachable moments, as we all do. But I feel like a lot of you needed to go through this situation to learn how to open your heart up fully. And a lot of times the way we do that is through even going through situations that tend to break our hearts wide open. And this is about you making the romantic gestures. This is about you opening yourself up. I'm getting love after loss. It's about you knowing that you are worthy of love, because some of you were stuck in an energy at one point or another of maybe unworthiness. Do I have what it takes? Am I lovable? Yes, you are. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And a lot of you have been working on your own self-healing. Even if you're in a partnership, you've been working on this for quite some time. And we see the fruits of your labor paying off, because these two cards came out pretty much back to back, calling in your soulmate and attraction. So even if there's someone currently on your mind, it's because you've manifested this. You're either calling someone back into your life, or you are attracting a new soulmate. And this is about attraction, law of attraction. You attract romantic love by being in this moment fully. So we see the past energy of releasing some situations that have been difficult in order for you to live in the present more, right? And now we see you switching that energy up because you've learned to express your love, or you are opening up to the idea of connection, the idea of love, the idea of intimacy, because you've been working so hard on yourself. I also feel like you may have been changing the way you look, the way you smell, the foods that you eat. This can be changing your physical appearance. Emotionally, I feel like you're starting to feel better about love in general, or better about your position. And at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is, look at this, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Right behind it, we do have codependency, maybe some sort of blocks that may have stymied this from moving forward. Could have been codependent dynamics. It could have been obsessions, fears, addictions, materialism, right? This is about you reclaiming your power. And I feel like that's the decision that you are making. And it could be leading to a higher level of ascension, possibly marriage. For others of you, you may already be in a union where marriage is involved, and then children could be involved as well. But I see that there's a new beginning happening here for you. So diving in, we actually have the Fool showing up right away. This is beautiful, because not only is this a new beginning, this is Aquarian energy. This is you. And a lot of times the Fool comes in, and this is about your true inner self. This is your soul self. The Fool is actually one of the most spiritual, believe it or not, archetypes of the major arcana, because they're unscathed by the conditioning or because of experiences. A lot of times you'll see the Fool just carrying the sack on their back and taking a leap of faith. And a lot of times the Fool gets a bad rap for being too naive or, going into things without thinking things through. And that can certainly be the case at times, but you have done the work. You have thought things through. This card is saying, Aquarius, just do it, right? This is about you moving into that energy of embracing these new beginnings, these fresh starts, taking a risk on yourself. This is your spiritual inner soul self saying, all right, I'm ready to take a leap of faith, even though I don't know where this is going to quite land. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I know one thing. I know that I want this new beginning. And that's where you're at here. Now, what's crossing your energy here in the month of February is the Page of Wands. Some of you, it's some childhood dreams. Maybe you've had dreams that you wanted to meet that prince. You can see there that this princess, she has her cape on and there's a castle in the background and there's a unicorn, but there's also a dragon. So it's almost like she has some sort of fairy tale belief. And maybe this fairy tale belief is, having a husband, having a wife, having children. It can be anything for you. Maybe it's stability where you're able to travel the world with your person, or you want to grow old with them, or whatever your fairy tale ending is, because that's how manifestations start. It starts within that daydream. It starts within that fantasy of what we truly desire and what we truly want. And it's coming from a place of, look at that, childhood. So not scabbed by the conditions or what people have said is possible or impossible. We have those dreams and we come from the womb so fresh as a child, right? So this is about you not letting the fears, the conditionings, the beliefs, the experiences, the setbacks, the negativities, the challenges, whatever has gone on prior. This is about you opening up to a new beginning and say, what are my wishes? What are those daydreams? How can I turn them into reality? And is it a possibility to do so? Because some of you may have been rooted in some sort of unrealistic expectations. And maybe you stayed in a situation because you thought that this was going to be your fairy tale, or you thought that a situation was going to improve, but you were in love with the idea of potential. So for some of you, take it as it resonates, whether it's you manifesting some of those dreams or for you getting out of a situation that was just an illusion. This is about you overcoming any of the blocks and moving forward to have this new beginning and saying, okay, yes, some things were rooted in unrealistic expectations, but I also know what I truly desire and want. And I'm getting honest with myself. I'm getting real, and I realize what changes need to be made in order to have this manifest. Because the Page of Wands can be children energy, but it's about new beginnings. It's about communication. It's about planting those seeds. And the Page of Wands is a curious little bugger. He or she is very curious when they have an opportunity for growth, for something exciting. They're going to move towards it. And there is an opportunity for growth here, a big one. And we see that with the Fool and the Page of Wands, but it's an exciting opportunity that's saying, don't jump back or don't hold yourself back because of fear or not knowing enough or how something is going to pan out, right? This 6-year-old, 7-year-old, or however old this child is, she may have a dream that she wants to be a veterinarian one day. But right as she progresses, as she grows, as she matures, those dreams change. And it's okay to not just be focused on one thing. Maybe she changes her mind and decides she wants to be a singer or an astronaut or a teacher, whatever it may be here. But it's okay to allow yourself to not stay stuck on one dream or one idea, but to let yourself have that Fool-like energy to start over again or to have a new beginning. Even if it doesn't quite end the way that you thought it would, you have beautiful new beginnings because the universe is full of unlimited potential and new doors to open for you, Aquarius. So what's in your foundation? You do have the 6 of Wands in reverse. It could be ego for some of you. Some of you may have dealt with a little bit of a wounded ego. You may have been dealing with someone else that had an ego. Some of you may have dealt with situations that brought you shame, situations that brought you humiliation. Some of you felt overlooked. Maybe you didn't feel pretty enough. You didn't feel skinny enough. You didn't feel like you had enough money. You didn't feel like you had a good enough car. Maybe there was some sort of physical, emotional, or mental handicap that you got caught up in when it came to matters of the heart. Okay. And I feel like that's what you have been working on releasing, because we see here in the recent past, you have the Hierophant, which is all about your belief systems. This is all about that social conditioning that we talked about. It's all about organizations, the church, the government, societies, schools, friendships, where our beliefs are rooted, family even. So you really have done a lot of work on questioning. What feels good to me now? Because my 6-year-old self, right? I may have wanted to be one thing, but it's okay to upgrade. It's okay to change my mind. And it's okay not to stay in situations that are rooted on a belief just because it's a belief, right? So a lot of you are working on committing yourself to the things that you feel really good about. And they just showed me 1111. So a lot of you are really manifesting some beautiful beginnings here that are going to be highly committal, highly spiritual, because the Hierophant is also highly spiritual, Taurian energy here. It can even be about you learning a new path, teaching yourself a new direction, a new path. And that's why you have this Fool energy of that whole Nike slogan, just do it, right? So I feel like it's important for you to say, okay, traditional versus non-traditional, old beliefs versus new beliefs. What do I want to incorporate into this next chapter of my life? What am I willing to take with me that I want to stay committed to? And what am I not? Because what's coming in your potential, you had 3 cards that came out, so we kept them together here. 7 of Pentacles. This is what I'm putting my time and energy worth the effort? Or is there things that I need to let go of, or people that I need to let go of, or pain that I need to release? Because you can see here that on this 7 of Pentacles, this woman has her back turned to this guy who looks like he's begging for forgiveness, or he's begging for some sort of saving grace. He wants to be in that field of wild sunflowers, right? He wants to have that sun energy, the abundance, the success, the happiness, the good life, the, enjoying, having even healthy ego, healthy energy. But for whatever reason, she has her back turned. So perhaps there were situations where someone's turned their back, or you didn't feel like you received some sort of closure or an apology. Okay, because we also see the Hanged Man. So I just heard here a little too late, whatever that may mean. Some of you maybe you've tried to heal or get over someone of the past for 5 years, and then they come rolling up in their chariot and they say, oh, Aquarius, here I am, healed, take me back. And you're thinking, I just spent 5 years waiting for you to tell me that, and you tell me that now? I've already moved on. So for some of you, that's the case. For others of you, if you have been wanting some sort of reconciliation, apology, or forward movement, I feel like it's finding the balance now. It's like you've been waiting for something to happen, but because the 2 of Pentacles is showing up, I feel like a sense of overwhelm is causing you to take this new beginning, because this is also that 8 energy. You can see that infinity there. And it's like you realize that you have opportunities. And some of the opportunities that you've spent so much time and energy on in the past, they're not for you anymore. You're not going to hang around waiting for the universe to drop a bucket full of love right in your front door, right? You're going to go out there and start to find balance and live your life according to your new set of beliefs here. If you are wanting an apology, though, I certainly feel like there could be one coming in. Okay, or maybe it's you making amends. Maybe it's you that has felt stuck. Somebody is going through a spiritual awakening, because the Hanged Man is, yes, a stuck energy, but it's for a reason. This Pisces energy is about releasing control. It's about being able to gain a new perspective. And when we gain a new perspective, we're able to see things from a new light, which can push things into a different or new direction, which we see with the Fool. In the future, you have the Devil and the Five of Swords. They're in reverse here. So there was a lot of toxicity that's happened in the past. This could be within you, within a union. I mean, we do have the Five of Swords. And I always say, if you hear me read with this deck, one of my ultimate favorite decks, the Modern Love Tarot, the Five of Swords, it really kind of guts you. When you look at the two kids there, they're hiding underneath that cupboard, and they are in the fetal position. They're feeling lonely, abandoned, neglected, wounded, when all they want is that family life. Look at the background. Look at that family picture. They're all happy. But behind the scenes, things are a whole different story. Something's playing out here into your adult life that is causing the wounded inner child, the abandonment, the rejection, the fear to come out and progress towards anger, towards fighting, towards having to one-up each other, to feel like you have to show anger, volatility to move forward, but that's not the way to go. The Five of Swords is a very brutal energy. No one wins. It is knowing when to walk away. It's knowing when to let those triggers get the better of us, right? And they have got the better of these two. They're fighting, they're pointing fingers, they're angry, they're screaming. There's a lot of hostility here. But someone or both of you are working on your toxic behaviors, your toxic traits, your toxic patterns based on conditioning of the past, right? So you've done so much work on this in the past that in the near future, you're not bringing that in. The devil has no place for this in this new beginning. Those angry emotions, those abandonment wounds, those ties that kept you tethered to that fear-based energy of the wounded child, to keep you in that fetal position there, to keep you in a place of fight or flight, you're walking away from that. That's why both these cards are showing up in reverse. You're walking away from that. And some of you, it may be walking away from a relationship, a belief, a thought pattern, or some childhood wounding of shame, humiliation, trauma. In order for you to attract a soulmate that is someone who's going to love you for you unconditionally, where it's not going to be this war, right? Love and war every single day. It's not going to be that there has to be arguments and volatility and anger spewed at each other every day. And maybe this is, I mean, typically it is another person, but this could also be you going back and forth, arguing with your inner devil. It could be, again, addictions. It can be codependency. It can be, I mean, the devil Capricorn energy is materialism, fears, obsessions, a lot of jealousy here, power struggles, power plays. You're reclaiming it. Your person possibly reclaiming it here, or one or the other. There's movement forward, and you're not taking that devil with you. What's going on in your world, in your energy? You have the Hermit. Your intuition is strong. It's loud and clear. And this makes sense because as we integrate more of this huge Aquarian energy, which we just had that Aquarian shift into Pluto, and Aquarian season began January 21st and will roll until the end or so at the 18th of February. But your intuition is sky high. It doesn't surprise me because this is your birth month energy for a lot of you Sun Aquarians out there. And even for you Moon and Rising, Aquarius is actually my moon. So this is High Priestess energy about you trusting your intuition at this time. And your intuition directly knows, right? She knows. She doesn't have to say a lot. But when it comes to this devil rearing its ugly head, your intuition knows, all right, that's something of the past. We don't want that. She doesn't have to say a lot. She's like that grandmother behind the scenes, right? That's going to love you unconditionally, but she's also going to tell you, no, 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 don't do that. It's not like she's waiting for you, but she's supporting you. It's like your guide's helping you out as well, saying that's not in your highest good. You know this. I know this. Let's pay attention to those red flags. Let's forgive. Let's learn. Let's keep our heart open and move towards this new beginning. All right. What's going on in your environment? We do have the Emperor in reverse. Now, this has been showing up quite a lot, so it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of soul contracts between karmics or between toxic people, specifically narcissists, manipulators, people who think they're an emperor but they're not, people who are very controlling, right? The Emperor energy can also be about dominance, recreating a sense of stability, order, and structure. I don't like the Emperor in reverse. It's someone who tends to use their power to manipulate. They tend to use their looks or their status, or, you know, maybe some of their own childhood wounding to bully and to coerce people into doing things that are beneficial to them, not the person. And I feel like that's part of this devil energy that you are releasing and getting rid of. All right, enough with him. Let's move on to your hopes and fears. The 9 of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands showing up here is you coming to the end of a cycle that's been exhausting, that's been draining. Okay, the energy here is mental stress, mental confusion. You can see in the background that mom and that son, they're having a little bit of a screaming match there. They're on the couch. She's at her wit's end. And then afterwards, she feels remorse. She feels shame. She feels like she let her son down, herself down, those around her that she loves. And then she packs on that guilt, right? She doesn't want this. She wants to push through, stay determined, find that strength in times of difficulty, to find peace, to find resolution, and to do something new. Because sometimes we feel so much mental stress and anxiety that we snap at those we love. And that's what you are coming to an end to. So whatever 5 of Swords energy has caused you stress, I feel like you're coming out of that here, because your final outcome is the Chariot. So there's movement, but there's going to be a tad bit of a delay before movement. Okay. And I really like this. You can see the 2 dogs there, and the one dog has some wheels as legs, little roller legs there. And then you have the other one that's healthy. So it's saying that no matter where you think your odds lie, no matter what is going on, where there's a will, there's a way. And Aquarius, even if you have to move forward on those wheels that are legs, right? Even if you have to take a wheel at a time or a roll at a time here, take that leap, because the Chariot energy is all about success and forward movement, right? It can be about direction and drive. So if you felt like you weren't quite sure which direction to go, blind faith, taking that step into the unknown, the future, even if it feels risky, even if it's you taking a chance, the Chariot's going to help guide you, because the Chariot is spiritual energy combined with the physical realm, guiding you to move forward. And some of you could be leaving the city. Some of you, the fall time could be significant, or was significant this last fall. Could be this future fall coming up, depending on where you're located in the world. This could be, some of you could even have dogs, okay? Could be a black lab, could be a little chihuahua, or whatever this little doggy breed is there. But I also feel that you're getting your power back, and you're making some moves that are in your highest good because you're trusting your own intuition. So this is really beautiful. I don't see tons of energy of someone else here besides this Emperor. And I feel that some of you, you're choosing to not go back to someone who does play head games, plays mind games. For others of you, you're going to choose to call in a new soulmate. And I feel that some of you could call this soulmate in now, but you could see them manifest in the physical by Cancer season. Okay, Cancer season, July energy. Cancer, June, July. So that could be happening. Of course, we can make decisions now to call in new energy sooner rather than later. Tarot is not set in stone, of course, but I definitely feel like your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will help bring you together. But we need to forgive, learn, open up, express our love, right? You have a big, beautiful heart here, Aquarius, but sometimes we get trapped in our own mental confusion in our own minds. So let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I'm just hearing Brent or Brett, B-R-E, could be someone's first name or last name. B-R-E could be the first few letters. Look at this. We have happy, happy with the balloons, the birthday balloons, Aquarius. So this is about you finally getting to that place where there's a lot more happiness for you. There's a lot more fun moments, a lot more celebratory or celebrations coming in here. This is about you having the key to unlock your future. She's actually holding a key here, or she's standing on an egg, which to me, eggs represent new beginnings, right? It's about something hatching, something new coming into the realm that you're trying to manifest. And I feel like there's definitely a new happy beginning on the horizon here for you. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? For love, February 2024. What do we have for Aquarius? Yeah, right now you feel like you're a little bit in between worlds. Well, we're going through a lot here. And as you know, 2024 is definitely a year where there's going to be a lot going on. But look at this card closely. That flamingo, the steps that they are moving towards, they're coming out of the dark. They're coming out of some sort of storm. And they're illuminated here in the light. Their true colors are able to come out in the light. So if for whatever reason, it's also card 3, which is the Empress. So for whatever reason, if you were in a situation where a belief or a pattern or a person diminished your light in any way, that's what you're walking away from. You're moving into you expressing yourself, expressing your love, and expressing your individuality and uniqueness in new ways. It's like you're born again in a way. And I feel like you are a spark of the divine here. And you see that this flamingo is wearing a crown. So you're putting on your crown, you're straightening it. You realize that you've come out of the mess and that there are happier days ahead here. All right, what else do we have for Aquarius? Okay, thank you. Oh, look at this. This is what's on the other side. I can't believe this came out. I love it. You have soulmates. And we literally have calling in your soulmate. So get excited. Get ready. You're definitely attracting a soulmate into your life very, very soon even. There could be, even though I said Cancer season, I do feel like if you're at a distance with someone or if you meet them, I feel like things could solidify or really get stronger or a next level by July. But you're calling someone in really soon and you have to the sea. So this person could live near water. If you are traveling between now and July, maybe vacationing, or if you're going to be by a body of water, you could meet this person there. You could be traveling with a person, with a soulmate in the future. Someone could live on an island or be on an island here. Okay, they're giving me Sicily. Sicily, I believe that's an island. Yeah, Sicily, below Italy there. So maybe that's significant for some of you as well. I'm getting channels. So perhaps some of you could even be taking a cruise. Maybe it's an Italian cruise. I love this energy for you. And wow, look at that. The penguin is holding the key. There's the key or the lock there with the happy. There's something that is going to make you extremely happy. And it's not that anything external makes us happy. It's because you've done the work. And so, yeah, this external person is going to come in and it's going to be that cherry on the top because you raised your vibration enough to be able to feel happiness within you and you're attracting it outside of you. And that's how true, manifestation and happiness and abundance works. You must kind of be in that frequency and that energy. And I feel like it's taken a long time. It's taking a lot of work, especially when you have this devil and this Five of Swords and this childhood wounding and, disaster and catastrophe and loss and deep-seated beliefs that have kept you tethered and tied and angry. Some of you, I'm getting here, had manifested a major dis-ease in the body, maybe even in the chest. Okay, there could have been a health concern or a health issue. It's like you got a chance to live again. And I keep getting that born again. Born again. Now, it's not necessarily a religious thing, but I feel like it's about you being able to have a second shot at life, a second shot at love. There's some sort of new beginning here. And I feel like this is the beginning that you've wanted your whole life. Okay, it is that fairy tale in a way that you're manifesting into reality. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. I'm loving this reading for you. I hope you do too. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.